play your stereo loud enough, and if your bass is able to be tight and articulated bass where it snaps with the way he plays the drums and the cymbals and everything, you can get this. This is probably the most realistic CD that I have. Even though this CD and a lot of other CDs I have been rated very highly by Stereophile or Absolute Sound, this CD probably is the most realistic sounding that you can put into your house on your system, because I remember it so well. And with these Altecs, I turn them up to about, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, basically 1 o'clock if you're playing these, and 12 o'clock if you're not, okay? So you put them at 1 o'clock. You're getting some sound pressure level there. I sit, because this is a big room, 16 feet away from the speakers, okay? I have another spot which is about 12 feet away, and I have another spot that's 16 foot away from the speakers. And what it does is you have a 14-foot sound stage, okay? And sometimes it goes bigger, depending on the CD, if it goes beyond the speakers, but you'll at least have 14 feet of sound stage. Another thing I noticed, that when you play these with the Altecs, the speakers disappear. Never in 47 years can I sit down and honestly tell you that I've listened to my pair of Altecs and they actually disappear. Usually you could say, oh, there's the left speaker. Oh, there's the right speaker. It's just the way it is, because the horn projects out and you got to dial it in. Well, because the horn isn't that projecting out and the super tweeters helping the horn because you had to turn it down, they disappear. This is the first time in 47 years I've ever had this system disappear. You sit 16 feet away from these speakers, and I guarantee you cannot tell where in the hell are the speakers. It sounds like something's playing, but you can't tell what it is. You can't pick it out. If you brought somebody in blindfolded and sat them down and then gave them a laser pointer and start playing music for them, say point where the speakers are, they couldn't. Because once you close your eyes, the sound stage and everything, it's like you're at a theater. Like, where in the hell are the speakers? They disappear. This magic comes over. So you have this 47-year-old speaker. You're making it into a three-way speaker. You can play something like this. It sounds like you're right there. You are right there sitting with this woman playing with her Hammond organ. I think that's what it was, a Hammond organ. Piano, vocal, Hammond B3 organ. Sounds like a Hammond B3 organ. A friend of mine named Eugene, he used to play one at his house. And boy, you know, you hear it. And it takes me back 30 years to when my friend Eugene used to play his Hammond B3 organ. Really. It sounds that real. It's emotional. And I've heard systems where the speakers were $35,000 and expense and huge speaker, infinity speakers and stuff like that. And after you left, he said, it sounded good, but had no body, had no emotion. I mean, it sounded good, but no, it's not my system. I want something to sound real. I want that emotion. Well, you play something like this and you go play Black Magic Woman and you crank it up, and with this Conrad Johnson and stuff, you're there. You're there. You have just paid the $35 ticket to get into the nightclub. You were there. That's all there is to it. I can go CD like this one. You go in this CD Sneakers. This was highly rated, stereophile. It's just marvelous to hear all the tones and where they're placed and the clicking sounds but the speakers are gone. You're not listening to speakers. And how many times can you say I have a pair of horn speakers and I can kind of point out where the horn speaker is, right? Not anymore, because now you've turned this Altec into a three-way speaker. You now have this dispersion going on. You've turned down that horn, got that aggressive horn, and you've taken it out, and you put this in its place, and all of a sudden, boom, speakers are gone. It's like, wow. But if you turn it down and you don't have something like this, then you may not hear the top of what you want to hear, that top end and stuff, that sparkle and stuff. It's going to be there, but it's just missing that very top end. So at $650, $699, you listen to something like that, it's like, wow. CD after CD, get Sneakers. You can go, here's another audiophile gig CD. You go with this one, Rebecca Pigeon, and you go to Spanish Harlem, for example. It doesn't have very many instruments in it. She's right here. She's right here singing. You can go up to her and, give her a glass of wine. She's there singing for you. But there are things that it does bad. So you take the good, you got to go with Cowboy Junkies. And this is another audiophile CD for those of you who don't know that. Mining for Gold. Now you got this it's highly rated CD. It's another audiophile CD. People are sick and tired of you bringing it over, but okay. With this connected, and I'm back 16 foot, it is really annoying to listen to Mining for Gold with that fan going. That fan is I don't know, they turned it off for the rest of the recording, thank God. But that fan, you can hear that fan running in the church. It's like, turn the damn fan off. But that's how it was recorded. So it's great. You got Misguided Angel. Sounds great. So you listen to Mining for Gold, you listen to Misguided, then you go to Blue Moon. What the hell? Did you step away from the mic? She steps away from the mic. You can tell. You can tell the drum in the back. And it has this reverb because they're in a church. So that drum, when it's beating, you can hear the church. I guess that's what they wanted. But on this Blue Moon Revisited that's on here, it sounds like she steps away from the mic a little bit. Then she gets in the part where the second half of Blue Moon Revisited, and it sounds like she walks closer to the mic. It's like, you can hear that. It's like you stepped away and now you came towards the mic. Like Sweet Jane is what it was known for, this CD. Sounds great. Postcard Blues. So you're hearing more of the Altecs were there. They made it. The fans were running. But this, with the Altecs now, you can really hear those fans. And it's like, okay, let's turn the fans off. Okay. That may be something you don't like. Maybe you're saying, hey, I listened to this and it sounds great. Mining for Gold. And it doesn't bother me. This is going to reproduce that venue in its full glory. So you're going to hear that fan running the whole song, and you start wondering yourself, why didn't they turn that stupid fan off? Okay? You unplug it, the fan runs, doesn't bother you. Okay, so that's just what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. That could be a minus to some people because you're getting too much detailed information. But I can go on, like, in case you've never heard this, this is called Famous Blue Raincoat. another audiophile. Geeky, let's see, Bird on a Wire. Oh, play it off of a system like this. It is to die for, really. You'll play it once and then maybe I'll listen to it again. You can listen to it 2, 3, 4 times in a row. It just sounds so good. Her voice, the way it's played, the tight bass, the drum, everything. It's just one of those songs, and the way it sounds so real. She's in your house. Damn, you're going to listen to it once. You're going to say, I'll play it again. I'll play it, because it just sounds so freaking good. Okay. Ending this review, I went after CD after CD. CD I can go through to explain to you. With ending this, I have to say this. This has been tweaked out. The equipment that's being used is not crappy equipment. It's high-end equipment. It was very highly rated when the Conrad Johnson came out. The Altecs are just amazing horn speakers. The only horn speakers I can even compare these with this, making it a 3-way system. The only ones I can compare it with, and I'm just being as honest as I can with you, are you're going to have your Avalons. They're $35,000. What is it? OAM horn speakers. Way out of most people's reach for those horn speakers. The only thing they did better than these, tonal quality, everything else, the Altecs are going to, that's what they were made for. The voice, tonal quality. They're going to give you a bigger sound stage or maybe a deeper sound stage, which the Altecs don't. Like I said, the sound stage here is 14 feet wide. Sometimes it will go 20 feet wide, but it doesn't give you that magical depth like some of the newer horns can do. It puts you there instead of you watching them from a distance. It won't do that. But as far as tonal quality and everything, you can't beat it. Like I said, play the Patricia Barbara, play that Black Magic Woman. You are there. That is as real as it's going to get, people. It is not going to get any more real than that in your house. You paid a ticket to get in to the nightclub. It doesn't get any more real than that. That CD, for some reason, when they mic that CD compared to her other CDs, which are considered to be very, very good CDs, this one blows it away. All her CDs. That one blows all of them away. For some reason, it just sounds more real. But it depends on the system. Once again, if your system's capable of reproducing what was played, you're going to hear real. If it's not, you're not going to hear real. And then you're going to turn around to me and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, that's why I wanted to make very clear. You got a pair of modified Altecs. Today, you could probably buy a pair of modified Altecs like this for maybe $6,000, $7,000. That would be cheap, because to replace them, you're going to have to look at $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 speakers. So if someone were selling these, and if they had a modified or something, I'd snap them up before I'd snap up a pair of new speakers, because of the fact of it is, they sound so real. Now, I'm sure there's others out there like the JBLs. You're going to have the JBLs. You're going to have some of the other old speakers, the Western Electrics. But I know I did not care for the Egger horns, and I didn't care for the Tenoys to this, even the most expensive Tenoys, i.e. The Altecs. And this was said not by me, by several of the Chicago Audio Society, that the Altecs outbeat the Tenoys. And they do, because their dynamics is better, I felt, than the Tenoys. They have a better dynamics. They have a better vocal because of the big, huge horn. Okay. Then you add the super tweeter. Now you have a 3-way speaker. It blows away the, I know I'm going to make people mad saying it. It blows away the Klipsch now. Okay. The Klipsch, no. The Klipsch, they need work. But they're inexpensive, if you want to call them inexpensive, for horn speakers, where they're more in reach of what people give, like the La Scalas or something like that, because these horns with the what I've done will go down to 30 hertz. So they'll go all tight, and then they start dropping off. Okay. I've never felt I wanted a subwoofer. In fact, if you listen to them, you would probably say yourself, they don't need a subwoofer. And a super tweeter is like adding a subwoofer, you know, and they say if you have a subwoofer, you shouldn't hear it. It should be there, but it shouldn't be saying, here I am. Same way with the super tweeter. It should be there, but it shouldn't be saying, here I am. Like we hear tweeters and we say they're harsh, they're high on they hurt our ears, they're in your face. This is not an in your face thing. It's adding information that's there, but it's extenuating that information so you can clearly hear more of the detail that you thought was there that is missing. It just adds that little bit of detail. Is it worth that extra 9th power to get it? That's up to you. Like I said, they're not cheap. That's totally up to you. Is your system capable, though, of even doing it? That's another thing. You may have a system. I've read some of the reviews. I bought a pair of these. They did nothing. Okay, you may not have the system. You may waste your money. Good thing is, you got a 30-day money-back guarantee. What's it going to harm? You can buy an inexpensive set of cables. It's not going to break the bank. This is a 10 gauge. So you can buy 10 gauge cable, $50 on Amazon like this. That's not going to break the bank if you had to eat it. This you can send back, this you can send back. They're both 30-day guaranteed. So you're not going to eat anything if you try it. But I just letting you know, with this system, with all the high-end equipment, high-end cabling and everything, this is what I heard. The magic. When I sit in a room 16 feet away and I play like, I have a CD called Casper the Friendly Ghost one. It literally sounds like you're in the movie theater because the speakers are gone. There's no speakers. So there could be a screen in front of these speakers. They're gone. It sounds like you're at the movie theater listening to James Horner, Casper the Friendly Ghost soundtrack. It's gone. It's completely gone. It sounds, like I said, it sounds like you're at the movies watching it because you don't hear the horns anymore. You can't pick out, oh, there's the left horn, there's the right horn. You can't do it because they don't exist. They're gone because you took that horn and you dialed it down, and what it loses, you put back with this. You got a 3-way speaker. For this price, you know, I don't see. That's why I kept them so long, because even though we're now in the newer technology, you come listen to something like this and you think to yourself, where have we come in 47 years, or in 20 years, or in 23 years, or 20? Where have we advanced in this audio industry when we can listen to equipment like this? With this Conrad Johnson tube equipment, and we can't make nothing better. We can't make things sound more real. We all we could do is make the carnival tricks better by making sound staging deeper or wider, but we can't make the sound real. How many YouTube videos do you watch where people say, it sounds freaking real? Put it on. Put on the Patricia Barber, the way it's been done. Compare that Patricia Barber to her other Patricia Barber CDs, the ones she did. It sounds real. You're there. End of story. We finally achieved it. But you got to tame down the horn. It's a big horn in there. You only live in a house. It's only so big. Got to tame that puppy down and let the super tweeter take over. So anyhow, that's my review. The Aperion audio super tweeter. I'm not being paid to do this. I bought these, so they didn't give me a set of speakers. I wish they would let me have the better set of speakers that cost $1,000, but that's not going to happen. It's a aluminum ribbon super tweeter. It's only 96 dB, so you need a speaker. It will tell you you should have speakers that are at least 96 dB or lower to put this on. But with the Altecs, because you have the potentiometer back there that could actually take the horn and dial it down, you can now match the horn with your super tweeter. You can match it, and now you'll be getting the same decibel reading out of both of them, so they match. You're going to have yourself a very, very sweet system. It's going to be hard to beat at almost any price. So that's my review on this. I hope you liked it. I gave you a truthful review. It's a little different, I know, than other people review. If you want to know more detail of this super tweeter here, there's other reviewers who get really into detail in it. But I can tell you it's very well made, high quality. It only goes up to 96 dB, but with the right equipment, especially with the Altecs, if you dial it in right, you got a sweet system. Unbelievable. And I've owned these for 47 years. I'm hearing stuff that even with all the expense I put into the system, this has expanded that and makes the speakers vanish. Vanish. And I've never heard that in 47 years. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Until next time, this is the Empirical Audiophile. Thank you for watching.